Alright, welcome to another video. We are going to be looking at gacha games for the previous month, August, for how popular they are. I just want to preface this now. These websites are not 100% accurate. I'm just doing this just for the fun of it. Some games like Genshin and Honkai won't actually show properly because they're also on PC. This just shows the app stores. Alright, but Arknights has made over 5 million, but is less than 10 million. Like I said, I kind of expected AFViola Alta and like Swire Alta to be like a big deal for a lot of people, but they didn't actually make as much money as the previous month, I believe. I expected it to be like a big amount, but compared to like the 4-year anniversary, which I believe it was, like Chongyue and Lin, it didn't really do as well as I expected, but that is just Arknights. Obviously Lifetime made over 200 million, and that is a maximum for this website as well, so made a lot of money. Honestly, I would say Arknights deserves it because it actually put money back into the game. Lifetime downloads, over 10 million, obviously, a lot of downloads. Let's take a look at the actual proper money made then, because this is like the big stuff. Alright, but this is basically the actual proper list. This is Sensor Tower. I'm going to leave the link in the description for this if you want to go ahead and take a look. This is just on Reddit. I actually think this is actually quite interesting because I always look at this and it kind of lines up with what I was shown before. I am actually very curious to see how some of the games are doing. So first of all, obviously, Fate Grand Order made a lot less money previous month, but I don't really care about the game. I think it's like a lot more story based, and a lot of people in Asia love it. But for me personally, not a big fan. But next up, we also have Honkai Star Rail, obviously making a bit more money. The previous month, which I believe was Kafka, I could be wrong. Obviously, this doesn't take in like PC client as well, so it's only the app stores on the phone. So take that into account. Honestly, I love Honkai Star Rail, one of my favorite games. Didn't give me a bit of a Lune. Yeah, hate the game. Awful game. Never played it. Genshin Impact making the same amount of money it did previously. You'd expect with Fontaine it would actually make like a big money, but I don't think many people are pulling for the character. Uma Musume pre-Derby. I don't know. I have no idea anything about this game. I know it makes big money, and it always confuses me. Honestly, pretty good money. Nikkei was making good money though. I mean, it's a cool game. I can never really get properly into Nikkei, but I do actually respect the amount of money it's made. It does look very good. If you have seen the new outfit, which I showed to my Twitch chat, check out my Twitch stream down below. Next up, we also have Blue Archive. Blue Archive is the most sussy game on the planet. I mean, they made quite a lot of money, you gotta respect it. I have played it a little bit. I kind of deleted it just because I can't really get into it. I'm not a massive fan of chibis, but when a game does it right, people like it apparently. In JP actually made quite a lot of money. I know Global hasn't made this much money, but that's actually pretty good to be fair. Next up, we also have Heaven Burns Red. No idea what that game is. I'm guessing it's like probably like an Asia game. Maybe come out on Global once. I've not heard anything about it. Summoner's War, the game I've played probably the most in my life for gacha games. I've played this game so much. Very, very fun game. I do really recommend it to anyone. They don't have the anniversary going on anymore, but I stopped playing the game, so that's my opinion on it. Alright, next up we obviously have the most important game of them all, Arknights JP. This is not counting for Global. Apparently, I said this was CN previously. My bad. But yeah, from what I understand, that CN Arknights makes like a crap ton of money. Like, apparently makes a load of money. So don't take this all as like how much Arknights made, but this is pretty decent anyway. 5 million for JP. Like I said, I am kind of shocked it made so much less money because we did have like the AFViola Alta, we had the Swire Alta, but I guess it didn't really trigger people too much because I know there was some drama around it. People be like, oh, 2 altars on one banner. It's not too much a big deal for me as long as they do release cool characters from time to time. I do think with banners like that, they should always have one character that's not an altar. Oh, next up, we also have Epic 7. I love this game. If you don't play Epic 7, you really should. Like, it is pay to win to an extent, but literally every game is. And like the actual animations, probably the best anime-like animations that I've seen ever. And I love the game. There was a ReZero collab and a Guilty Gear collab that just happened, so that is over now. But there will be a collab coming soon, I believe. Full PvE character coming as well. It sounds like I'm selling the game. I promise. This is non-advert. Alright, next up we also have Fate Grand Order for Global, making less money. It actually made the same amount of money about as Arknights. It could be obviously less or more, but still actually quite interesting. I like I said before, not a big fan of it. If you enjoy it, fair enough. Arknights Global as well, making really less money. To be fair, there's not really been a banner that's like really popped off, I don't think. Because we had a Chongyue and Lim banner, but I'm pretty sure that was like before. I think we're sure that was like pretty much this month. Or where we made, how much was it? We made 2.9 million. I could be wrong though. We also have Princess Connect for JP, actually making quite a bit less money. I'm actually kind of wondering why. I know people in Asia do like Princess Connect. To be fair, it's actually kind of a cute game. I would play it if more people played it in global, but not that many people play it, so probably not going to play that at all. Did do a review of it on a video, if you want to go check that out if you're curious. We have Brown Dust 2, a very weird game, not a big fan of the combat. The combat's very weird in that game. Azure Lane? Okay, Azure Lane. I'm going to be honest, I don't know why people play Azure Lane. It's a very weird game. The gameplay is just not good. I don't know why people play Azure Lane. It doesn't really even make that much money, which maybe people agree with me in that sense, but I'm not a big fan of the gameplay. The skins do actually look pretty cool for a lot of the characters. There is a bit of sussiness, which not great honestly, but just not for me. Honkai Impact 3rd, of course, actually doesn't also count for like PC and console. I think the game's out on console, so it doesn't count for that, but it's made a bit of money. Honestly, I can imagine this game will shut down eventually at some point. I feel like now with like all these games are pulling out, Honkai Impact 3rd, having it out, I don't know if they're going to keep doing it, but if they are, fair enough. Honestly, it's a pretty fun game, but I hope Zenless Zone Zero won't be like it, because Honkai Impact 3rd for me, I couldn't really stay attached to it. I don't know what it was. We got Azure Lane again. Not, like I said before, not sure why people play it so much, but fair enough. Honkai Impact 3rd as well. I mean, for JP, actually global making more money. That's actually pretty rare. Funny enough, that's actually pretty rare to see. We have Matchy Bow Chronicle. This is a new game. I've seen the gameplay for it, and I'm just going to say this now. I don't think it's going to be very popular. I think it's a game that's going to probably be going to go down to like maybe 500, 400k range and just kind of fizzle out, in my opinion. Then again, there's not been like crazy, like, I've not seen like crazy stuff about it. So maybe just to get advertised much, but I don't see this game being super amazing, but that's my opinion. Alright, so next up we have Snowbreak Containment Zone. This was a game that released, I believe, not that long ago. It's not making like crazy amounts of money, but it is making a tiny bit more money. Maybe this game will be good. I know some people asked me to play this. Personally, it's not my type of game. I don't think it looks that great. I don't really see it being super mega popular, but maybe down the line they'll try and improve it. The models aren't as good as some games we've seen, so that's just my opinion. We also have Tower of Fantasy. Tower of Fantasy making a little bit of money, obviously, compared to Genshin like 24/7. It's not Genshin. It was never going to be Genshin. It was not even similar to Genshin, in my opinion. The characters actually in Tower of Fantasy don't look that great. A lot of them look quite bland. And I'm going to actually try and bring this up because I think this is actually quite interesting. Nemesis is cool. I like Nemesis. Nemesis is like the one character which I'm a big fan of. Some of the characters just do not look great, but the area and region just look a little bit bland as well for me, but it doesn't look awful. Okay, so like for example, this character, she looks cool to an extent, but like she lacks a lot. Maybe that's just me. Before I go off on a complete tangent about Tower of Fantasy, that is Tower of Fantasy. Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage, I don't know anything about it. Didn't actually know there's like a Hatsune Miku game on global as well, that's interesting. We have Eversoul. Eversoul is a game that I played at the beginning. It didn't really have much to it in terms of like gameplay. It felt like it needed some modes that made it a bit more exciting, but I did kind of like the aesthetic to it. It's an AFK game, so not for everyone, but you know, it's kind of sad to see it kind of falling off a little bit. I feel like it does deserve a little bit more, but I'm sure there's a reason why it's not like as popular now. We have Aether Gazer as well, a game that I have seen people also ask me to play. I might try it one day. I think it's kind of like Punishing Grey Raven in terms of combat. I could be wrong, but it looks kind of interesting. Also, if any of you like Attack on Titan, Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross might not be for everyone. Has an Attack on Titan collab right now. So if you like Attack on Titan and you like Seven Deadly Sins and you've not played this game, it's pretty good. I just wanted to say that. We also have Columnside. Honestly, pretty cool. The characters actually look pretty cool. So if you haven't played Columnside, it's kind of fun, but it's super mega pay to win basically. So it's not for everyone. I hope the game does do better, but there are literally skins that if you pay like a crap ton of money, you will be able to get a skin that's like super insane. I'm gonna try and bring this up. Am I going to be able to put this on the screen? I don't think so. Next up, we also have Punishing Grey Raven, which is, pre-combat game. I would actually expect it to be doing a lot better than this though. Like, this is not crazy, but I think it has a PC client, so a lot of people might have moved over to there. Not my type of game. I would never try it. I'm not a big fan of like the models, but I can appreciate people can enjoy the combat and stuff. It does look kind of fun, to be fair. It does look kind of fun. We have Outward Plane as well. I have no idea what Outward Plane is. Alchemy Stars, a game that was falling off a lot at one point. It was like all the way to the bottom, I believe, but is kind of rising a little bit. Hopefully this game will actually pop up at some point. I don't know why people didn't like it originally, but that is Alchemy Stars. We have Limbus Company as well, which is a very story-based game, making a lot less money than last month, but I'm guessing there's probably a reason for that. Maybe there's like a really good banner or something. I'm actually very curious to see what people say in the comments for this, so let me know. Girls Frontline. There is a new Girls Frontline game though. There is a new Girls Frontline game coming, which unfortunately is going to have a gap, just like Arknights did with CN release compared to the other like global, which is a big deal for a lot of people. I know that, and I'm actually really sad to hear that, but maybe the game will be good. I'm actually quite excited for it, to be fair. It does look really good. Neural Cloud, played it when it released. It really didn't do anything to like keep me. Ari Gear, all the way at the bottom. Yeah, this game actually got like hardcore dumped on. People did not like this game. I actually am very curious to this day why, but to be honest, I played it for like a day and then I quit. That's pretty much the list. Obviously, like I said before, this isn't all guaranteed to be like 100% true. Some of this might be off by like 1 million or off by a couple thousands. Honestly, it's quite cool to look at. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to drop a like. If you want to go ahead and join the stream and talk about gacha games or literally anything related to them, go down to my Twitch. Honestly, would really appreciate it. And also, I'm going to plug the Discord. Discord is popping off like usual. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next one. And most importantly, adios.